Welcome to class. It's Emmanuel here. Today I'll be showing you how to edit your audio using Adobe Audition. Alright, the particular place I want to talk about today is how to convert your ACC file to MP3 files. Okay, many people do record on their phone and they find it difficult to convert it to MP3 and convert to MP3 to use it for their video or what they want to do. Okay, so today I'll be showing you how to convert, and I'll be showing you also how to edit video. So this is just going to be like basic introduction to Adobe Audition. So when you open Adobe Audition, you will see that this interface is something familiar with After Effects, okay? But the difference between this and After Effects is that you have, instead of the timeline here, what you have here is levels, all right? The balance of your audio, okay? The sound, the balance of the audio, you can see it right here under this bar. Okay, so here we have your working environment, or we'll call it the editor, and here we have the file where we can pick our files. Okay, should you open and you don't, this is a metadata where you can add all the information you need about the music you are editing. Okay, so you see, if you open the interface and what you are seeing is not like this, you can easily go to your window, go to Workspace and put it on default. Then you have all these things out. But if one particular bar is panel is not out, you can easily click on it here and bring it out. If our one property is out now, just click on this and you see that property is now out. Okay, but I don't need it, so I'm going to close the panel. Alright, so the first thing you are going to do is to bring your audio, the audio file you want to work on. Alright, so I have some recording I did. It's a very raw file I did from a conference we went, official assignment, so I'm going to bring it out here. So you can see by double clicking on that workspace, you see my records here because I've worked on some of the files already. Okay, but if they are not here, you can simply locate your own file where you kept them by using all of this directories. Okay, so I'll just pick an audio file from here. Let's say I want to pick this talk 2 or TED Talk and open it. You see that it's processing and it's loading it up. Now we have the file here loaded up. Sometimes it might not appear here immediately. You will need to double click it here to have it here. Alright, so this is what we have. When your sound is fully loaded, this is how you will have it. Since it's a record that is made on the phone, it does not have clear interface of the left and right sound. Okay, so it's just a complete a mono kind of sound. Alright, so we have it here. If it's a correct MP3 sound, you are going to have it as left and right here, left and right sound, and you can manipulate your sound using all the left and the right mirror form of the sound. Alright, so this is where we have the sound. You can zoom in and out on your sound on this wave to make effect on them. You can use this place to zoom in. Now the work that is here now is just from this side to this side that is here, so you can manipulate any of these. If you don't want any part of your sound, what you simply need to do is to click and drag it out. Okay, so if I don't want this very part of my sound, I'll just click from the place I don't want and highlight it to the point I want to delete. Then I can simply click on delete and that part of the sound is gone. Alright, you can have it here as deleted audio. I can decide to undo what I just did now by using Ctrl Z. The deleting is gone. Alright, so the way you work on all those interface, Adobe Audition, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe After Effects, Adobe Media Encoder, Adobe Premiere Pro, Adobe Illustrator, most of their shortcut keys are the same. Alright, so you can easily manipulate between them. And Windows and Mac, they have unique kind of shortcuts that you can always use, like the Ctrl Z or Command Z can always be used. Command Z can always be used on Mac Notes, and Ctrl Z can always be used on Microsoft Windows. Alright, so that is the way you can take out the portion of the sound you don't want. Just click and drag, and you can take away this portion of the sound you don't want. You can do it backward, you can do it forward. Alright, you can adjust it. When you have it this way, you can adjust it by pulling forward. When the arrow key change, you can drag it this way, and you can delete, alright, the portion you don't want. You can see that same portion is highlighted in this very area that is zoomed in. Alright, so I click on this. I can decide to expand it and have the whole of my clip and work on them the same time. Alright, okay, if the sound of your audio is not that loud and you want to increase the sound, you come to this place here and you adjust the amplitude. Okay, you can decide to adjust the amplitude this way or this way, either reducing or increasing it. If I click on the sound, if I hit on the sound,
and child protection policy in Lagos State. We have two experts who have spoken.
You can see what reducing of amplitude can do.
What child protection is, and what I'm picking from it is a system. Is that we are really having the intention of doing this what we're talking about.
Alright, so you can increase or decrease the amplitude to increase the sound and make effect on the sound should what you have is not loud enough. Okay, and you can go here to fade the sound in or fade it out when you have gotten the point you want to cut from. Right, let's say you want to start your audio from the beginning here. Alright, and you have gotten the point you want to actually start from. The next thing you are going to do is to fade it in. Alright, so that anyone that is hearing the sound, it will come natural to the person. It will look as if that is where the recording started. There will be no effect to show that you just cut the audio. So you can just hold this key here and just drag it forward this way or backward this way to adjust to fade the sound in. Alright, and now it's applied here. We can fade it out also by clicking on this knot here to fade it out. And when someone is listening to the sound, this side is going to sound now. So it comes in and goes out naturally. It comes in, it increases in volume. You know how things fade in, okay, and fade out. Okay, so you just apply the effect. You can see your history here. All the effects you added are already in the history here. You can decide to remove any of the effects you have already added by right clicking and taking it off. Okay, so that is one way to edit your sound. Okay, so after you are done with this and you are okay with what you have here, you can see the noise in the background of this music. The noise is very loud. You can hardly separate. You can hardly separate between the noise and the real audio because they are almost the same volume. Okay, so what you want to do You can highlight the portion that there is noise like this and denoise it, or you can highlight the whole of your audio by giving it a point in here. From the beginning, you can press in from the beginning and out where you are taking it. It's already highlighted as out here. Or if you want it out here, you can just click on O. You can use I and O as in and out, okay? So, but I want the clip to go to the end, so I'll move it to the end. And now my clip is selected. The whole of the clip, the whole of the audio is selected. So what I'll need to do now is to go to my effect menu, go under noise reduction and restoration, and then click on denoise. When you click on denoise, it will bring you to this panel. Okay, this is the panel. This is the setting I have already for all my audio that I edit using this very audio Audition, Adobe Audition. Okay, so it's already set at a default setting. Let's play it and see what it looks like. This is how it will sound like. You can see that the noise is a bit separated and distant away from the original voice. Okay, you can decide to add more of the noise, increase the percentage, but you will discover that the more you increase the percentage of the noise the more it reduces the pitch of the original voice that you want to actually have in the audio. So you want to keep it at a very reduced rate. I put my own between 20-25. all right, so that I will still have the original sound of the person that is talking. Okay, so when you are done with all the effects, you can increase the volume. After you have denoised it, you can increase the volume. You see the volume of the original voice, or decrease it, the volume of the original voice. All right, the audio has stopped because it's already at the end. Okay.
Training for guidance counselors in schools to create awareness and safeguarding and child protection policy, making all stakeholders, students, teachers, parents, and non-teaching staff mandatory reporters. If you see something, you must say. So if you see something, I want us to say that.
All right, you could hear the sound. So you manipulate the amount of the percentage of the denoise, and then you apply your effect. Depending on the speed of your system, it will take some time to apply the denoise. Okay, system I'm using is very fast, so it will take a little time, so we'll wait that out. And now the effect is applied. Now I have this audio edited. Now what I need to do is to put the necessary information and then take it out or export it. Okay, so I'll put the title of the audio here. So this is the title of the audio, the artist name, the person that spoke. I'll put it here. All right, then I add the album, Copsales Conference 2022. All right, and then you can browse. If the voice was in MP3, was recorded in MP3, you can see that it's ACC. If it's in MP3, you'll be allowed to add this album cover. All right, you can put the album cover here. All right, but it's in ACC. We have not converted it yet, so we'll add the necessary information. If there's copyright, you can put it here. Copyright URL, you can put it here. You can remix by the person that remix. If it's a music, you can add all of these, and then the recording date and comment. When you are done with all that information, you will have to go to file and then exports. All right, you can see export here. Now under export, I'm going to show you some things you need to know. All right, that is where the reconversion is going to take place. So I click on file, and now we have this file here. Okay, it's trying to, it already brought it out as MP3 for me because that is how I already set this up. But if I have not used this and I'm opening Adobe Audition for the first time, all this setting will not come with it. You will need to set it yourself. Okay, how do you change it to MP3? You click on change here, put it on constant. All right, and then you choose 32 bits. If you choose 32 bits, it means all you want is the audio. But if it's real music that is rich, you can't take less than 121 because of all the different beats that will be involved. All right, so you choose your bit rate and you click on OK. Okay, if you want to change the format, you can click here and change the format to MP3. It's originally on ACC here, so you can change it to MP3 here, and then choose the format setting. Okay, so if it's music, you choose between this 128 and 160 bit per second, kilobit per second. Okay, so for this sound I chose 32 because all I need is just the audio. And when you choose this side is what is going to determine the size of your audio file. Just take a look at this estimated file size, which is 4.20 megabytes. If I choose this 120 kilobit per second, and I apply it, it will tell me that the sample rate has changed. I'll say OK to it. All right, see the file size has changed from 4 to 16. Depend on what you have. Okay, then to change according to what you have. So when you have formed and put everything in order, you can click on OK and your file will be exported. This is the file name. You can change it from here. All right, now it's in MP3. You can choose where you want to save it by browsing into your system and selecting a position for it. Then you click on OK and everything will become saved. If I click on OK now, it is going to take a little time, but since this system is fast, you're going to see it as fast as possible. Now we have our audio exported. Alright, this is the end of the tutorial. I'll see you in the next video. If this is your first time in this channel, please consider to subscribe, and if this video helped, please give me a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.